Yeah. We back, man. We gonna talk today. Rest in peace, Nip. I'm gonna get some thoughts. I just want to talk about stuff. Like I try to do a live stream, but you know the internet ain't got no chill. You know, and I wasn't really equipped to deal with all the bullshit and trolling and you know disrespecting the deceased. So I had to get up off the internet. But I'm back. Shout out to Compton. We're gonna talk about it. Different stuff. We're gonna talk about boxing too, but I definitely gotta get this off my chest. Talk this Nipsey Hussle shit, this California shit. If you listen, I'm gonna set the rules. I'm gonna set the standards. If this is not your genre of content, or you don't care about the situation with Nipsey Hussle, get the fuck off my stream right now. Don't tell me, oh, Ego, talk more about boxing. You're getting blocked. I'm talking about what the fuck I want to talk about, like I always do. Hope you guys enjoy it though. So, you know, it's this internet shit, a bunch of weirdos and shit, bro. I'm not, you know, I'm at a point in life and at an age where like I'm an in-betweener. Like, you know, like I'm still hip to the internet, but I'm also old school enough to, you know, remember the times where there wasn't no iPads in school and shit, bro. So I'm not really here for that extra weird shit, them weirdos and shit. If you don't click on my shit. Don't click on my shit if you don't like the concepts or the titles, or why is he talking about black-owned business? Like, just leave. That's it. But what I need for y'all, rep where y'all from. Put y'all dubs in the air for a fallen soldier, Nipsey Hussle. We're going to keep the marathon alive, and we're going to keep the hustle alive. I promise you that. Throw your dubs up. Rep where you from, city, state, zip. I just want to talk, you know. This is heavy on my chest. Give y'all a little insight. Let y'all know the implications of what just happened last night. Huge loss for the hip-hop world and the world at large. You know, never got a chance to meet the guy, Nipsey Hussle. But I like what he represented, you know, fan of his music, but beyond that, fan of the man, the person, what he was trying to do. So we're going to unite. Shout out to Detroit. You know, put your candles up, put your cell phones up, 318 shit. It's been a while since I had to do something like this on the channel, but we're going to do it today. We're going to put our brains together, use some intelligence. LA, I see y'all. North Carolina. Houston, Texas, 281-760. Shout out to Dallas. New Orleans, 504. Man, I can't let nobody disrespect my state. I'm telling you, this ain't the stream. This ain't the stream. So if you come with that weirdo shit and clown shit, bro, you getting X'd out. We gonna max you out. I promise you that. Ain't nobody disrespecting my state like that. Shout out to Chirac. Boston. And it's not even just my state. It's not just about like some California shit. This is about somebody lost their life. This is about, you know, somebody lost their father. Somebody lost their husband. This is something different, bro. I don't play with that. Shout out to Boston, 617 shit. Indiana. Throw your lighters up one time. I'm as real as they come. I don't care. I don't have to play dumb. Shout out to Mailman Mike, $5 super chat. He wants to say rest in peace to a great one. I live in North Carolina, Port City. Just sad to see a positive soul get taken away. Praise up. Always the great ones. Shaking my head. Shout out to Plano, Texas. Arizona, 619. You know, let's get it. Yeah, man, this one, I'm just going to get into it. So, make sure you guys smash the like button. We will talk about some boxing content, but I got to get this off my chest. Because like I said, I wasn't equipped to deal with it yesterday with the games and stuff. And I'm really not equipped to deal with the games and stuff right now. You know, maybe later on the stream when it's more jovial. But this situation got me feeling the type of way. You know, this shit Like I tried to sleep last night. My sleep was fucked up. I couldn't even really sleep. So, play around if you want to. All that stand shit. I'm not really for it right now. I got to get this off my chest. Timer TV, $2 super chat. Long live the great neighborhood Nip Hussle 313. For sure. Now, a lot of people don't understand. I'm going to jump right into it. A lot of people don't understand the implications of what just happened. They really don't. I seen a bunch of just different stuff and comments and conspiracy theories, people posting pictures. Don't do that. Don't I understand everyone, but what's the point? See, just imagine if that was your family member and there's pictures of them blood, coming out. People, that's what I'm saying. This internet shit ain't got no chill. I'm telling you, bro. People resharing stupid shit. What if that was your loved one with a bullet to the brain or whatever, and then people retweeting and resharing that shit? That shit, I don't know, man. Him getting resuscitated or attempts to try to resuscitate him. You don't ever see me share no shit like that, because that's not something that I want to personally glorify. Yeah, people took videos. I mean, it don't help the situation. It don't help his family get through it. None of that type of shit, So you never, mark my words, you never really see me when someone dies, play about that, and you don't ever see me retweeting, somebody with their brains on the pavement and stuff like that. So that's one thing. But I don't think a lot of people, I'm a California native, bro. I've been here since I think 89. I'm from up north. I'm in the Bay. I don't have to fake the funk. I'm not a LA dude. I never lived in LA. However, I have a lot of homies, big homies, and people in LA. In fact, my barber that I work with, that I'm friends with, he's from Compton. So we've taken several trips, and even my friends and stuff, several trips to LA. And this move right here with Nip, you guys if you're not from Cali, again, I'm from the Bay, but I always push through to LA, Bay to LA. I know the San Francisco Giants and Dodger fans be at war and stuff, but sometimes there's little tension, but I always had love for LA, you know what I'm saying? I always pushed through Los Angeles. This shit right here would happen with Nipsey. There will be ramifications, and I'm not saying on behalf of me. I'm saying just, you have to know California shit. If you ain't from here, then you're not gonna understand it maybe. But this culture, this gang shit is a real life. You see certain gangs pop up all over the world, New York and different areas that had different types of gangs that they're not historically founded in those areas. They just kind of got big and got popular. Maybe somebody from LA moved to the East Coast and then, set up shop. But this is the original, the Crips were founded in Los Angeles, guys like Stanley Tukey Williams and shit. This is deeper than a lot of people think, because people in the community in LA, they use Nipsey Hussle as their bridge to a better way of life. You get what I'm saying? You have to understand this gang culture. And Nipsey, Tupac's my favorite rapper of all time. I already told you guys that. But the difference is Tupac is from Rochester, New York, and he bounced around from Baltimore. He used to live out here in the Bay, Marin County and stuff like that, Oakland. He has homes in LA, but it's different because this is somebody from that area, from the Shaw, who was actually gang affiliated. See, there's a lot. See, people get this gang shit twisted. I don't know Tekashi, I don't know his situation, but they said he was a Crip and then he turned into a Blood and stuff. In LA, you can't really do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't really switch colors like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't really work like that typically. And then there's people even like Chris Brown. I ain't got no, obviously I like Chris Brown and stuff like that, but the whole time he was coming out with Lil Wayne, all these dudes. You know, when Lil Wayne, I followed his whole career. He was like 12, 14 when he was putting music out with Cash Money. You never seen Red Rags and stuff like that. And then, you know, people come out to LA and get turned out. That's what happens, you know. They come out to LA and get turned out, you know, click up with people, you know, have friends and stuff, and then they maybe join gangs at that point. But a lot of these kids in LA, this is all they know. This is what they doing it because, like, it's not no like fad or phase or whatever. They doing it because they uncles, they pops, you know, their moms and shit. Like, it's real. I think the game's mom was like, I think she was a Crip or something. You know, this is real life that we talking about. And Nipsey Hussle was like the gateway, you know, infusing the two worlds. He was trying to merge the different, like the gang culture, showing respect, but also showing the kids a different way. So he was a leader in the community. He set up shop. The area where he got killed was his own shop, which is real fucked up. You know, Lil Bootsy Badass had an old interview, and he said, man, a lot of people, most rappers die in their own cities, and it's true. It's true. He said, because you get big and people start hating, you know, and then people come for you. They mad because they went to third grade with you, and you came up, and maybe they didn't, and they left back. And Bootsy was basically saying, yo, if you know, an ain't shit person like they might be, then it might not be, you know, no issue, you know, because they would consider you equal. But people don't want to listen. He wasn't from Rochester. Where was he born? Where is Tupac born? Since you know so much. Where was Tupac born? Listen, I'm about to block. I'm gonna start blocking y'all motherfuckers. Where was Tupac born? See, this is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about. People come in and always try to switch the formula. They try to switch the formula. And everybody, this is what's wrong with the internet. Everybody got to say so. Everybody say something. And the thing is, this, like I said, this is not, I don't know, bro. It's not even about Tupac, bro. Like, this is not even a Tupac video. So it's like these dudes come in and start mixing it, like, you know, mix up the song. Oh, he's from Hart. Like, this is not the issue, bro. People focus on the most minuscule aspects of instead of just coming to the person's stream to hear what they have to say. They want you do this. What I'm doing, you get you a mic, get you a nice quality mic, set up shop, and then we'll come see who wants to hear you talk, bro. You know? Anyway, Nipsey was a real reputable, like in his hood. You know, people knew and respected him. So to see it all come to an end in his own hood, in front of his shop, is utter disrespect. Now, if you know anything about this culture, California culture and his gang culture, shout out to Mr. King Palma, $4 super chat. What's good, ego? Salute to you, bro. If you know anything about this culture, that's not going to be taken lightly, and that's not going to be accepted. People are going to want answers, if you know what I mean, you know. And the problem is,
This the real deal. This the real deal. This the real deal. Easy work.
The problem is nobody knows exactly what happened. Maybe somebody does, but nobody knows what happens. So it might, you know, it just might erupt violence because you don't know who did it, or you don't know why they did it. You know, some people saying Dr. Sebi or CB or whatever his name is. They're saying that's the cause. Some people are saying this. Some people are saying the government. So guess what? This right here just fucked the whole setup. If you know Los Angeles, this shit just fucked the whole setup. I mean, again, look at Tupac, who may have become affiliated, signing with Death Row, but he wasn't like cultivated in gang culture, even after he died, because the way he repped and rode for, lived in LA and said, to live and die in LA, songs like that, and what he represented, how he repped the West Coast so well. When he died in Vegas, look what happened after that. People in the hood, like they had like major police raids and, cops and people getting indicted and shot up, bro. I'm just telling you, this type of shit, it disrupts the harmony. It disrupts the harmony. That's why, probably why I couldn't fucking sleep, because now I know my state's finna go through it. It disrupts the harmony. It's like when man, I gotta turn this shit off. Hold on. It's like when hold on one second. Monty Montana, Rip Nip. I'm about to be like DBN and be out. He told you. He said, man, people in Thailand, they treat you, they treat you like gods out here. And then you in your own backyard, in your own set, your own city, this is what's happening. This shit is repulsive, man. Like that, it's just crazy. Look at XXXTentacion. Got killed in Florida, and if I'm not mistaken, he from Florida, or that's where he repped or whatever. I think Mac Dre is probably the only, Jacka. They killed him. I'm from the Bay. Rest in peace, Jack. They killed him out here. Kafani, he's a Oakland rapper. He's confined to a wheelchair now. He says he's from Oakland. He got shot in Oakland. Like, this shit is crazy. Like Mac Dre's like the only one. He like the only one that got killed out of town, out of like the major rappers. Like, he got shot in Kansas City and he's from Vallejo. But, people are gonna want answers, because like I'm from the Bay, bro. Vallejo is too small. Like, you can't go to the Crest and then shoot Mac Dre. It's something like you better flee the country, because that is just too small. The Bay Area is not as big as LA. Like LA, they just got higher population. But that wouldn't have been a good, Mac Dre was an icon out here. Music, the Romper Room game, like the gang, it wouldn't be good for you. And it's not going to be good in LA either. I'm saying you have to understand this California shit, bro. So I'm really affected by this, because one, I like what Nip was doing, outside of the music. Two, I know what this means. This disrupts the harmony. Like, it's like when a boxer gets hit in the back of the head or a temple shot. This disrupts the equilibrium. People are gonna be looking for answers and trying to, questioning people. And if they don't know who to go after, then they go after everybody. That's kind of the gang code. That's just what it is. And and once you open Pandora's box, it's open until, something intervenes to the point where, it's just like any war. You know what I'm saying? You go to Vietnam or something, it just stops when it stops, type shit, bro. So this was real disrespectful, and it, hip hop lost one, LA lost one. And the thing is, like with Nip, like you could always tell he was smart. I remember one of the things that when Nip was first coming out, I seen a video of him, and it wasn't even like he wasn't freestyling or nothing. He was just talking. And he was like, yeah, jewelry, you could buy some jewelry and all that. That's cool. That's whatever. Impress some bitches and get some jewelry and some fly whips and stuff. But all that shit depreciate when, he was just talking like some business talk. And to me, I've always liked people, even if you hood, you have the switch where you could turn it off, and you can do like a Jay-Z and then go into the corporate world and you kill it there too. But you come from that. That's what I ultimately respect. If somebody's hood 24/7, I mean, it's going to become hard for you to reach the pinnacle in the business world, because the way you go about conducting business and stuff like that, if you don't adapt, no matter how mean of a hood you come from, it's just not going to work, because you can't go up to Apple and then, put a gun to someone's head and force them to sign a it's just shit like that. That's like movie shit. But that's one of my early memories of Nip, is he was always thinking of like the business and uplifting his community, uplifting blacks, showing people, giving people a job. Kind of like a merger of like, kind of like what Tupac was doing mixed with MC Hammer. Because I'm from the Bay, so you're going to hear some of these Bay Area examples. MC Hammer, similar thing, where at the height of his career, 89, 90, 91, wherever, and he was like, you can't touch this. He was giving jobs back to Oakland. You're like, it don't matter. You could be a formerly homeless person, someone living couch to couch, somebody who was a crackhead, somebody he just went to school with, you know, football coach. He was giving them jobs and errands and spending money, you know, and putting back. And Nipsey was doing that, you know, using that same kind of formula. And I respected it. I still respect it. You dig? Hold on one second. I'm trying to, I gotta turn some. So anyway, yeah, I always respected what Nip was doing. You know, he was just doing outside the box. You know, he wasn't just sea walking and that's it. Like, you know, he was trying to educate, facilitate jobs, different stuff like that. So, you know, this is a massive loss to the hip hop world. And then let's talk about like this. Let's talk about some of like the black owned business shit. Nipsey had the right idea. You guys can support whoever you want to support, but the black community has issues in regards to supporting black. Like, they'll buy, like, even Mayweather with the Gucci thing. It's not that you like Gucci so much that people are mad about. It's like anytime these issues arise, Mayweather seems to almost not seem to care. That's the perception of it. You know, like, oh, the Gucci blackface. Even if you like reprimanded them and said, hey, that wasn't cool, Gucci, you know, you guys got to do better. But then when it's under fire, and I understand in this PC society, there's a lot of different causes and a lot of different like boycotts and, you know, a lot of craziness. The Q-Brat pull-up situation, and then Jin Sushi's lab dance. You know, there's a lot of craziness going on. I get it. But people enjoy people who stand for something. You know, no matter what your race, ethnicity, age, gender, or group, or who you identify with, you gotta stand for something. So that's the crazy thing. Like with these coon channels, situations like this Nipsey Hussle situation, you sitting up here pandering to racist people, and guess what? They don't give a fuck about you. When shit like this, if somebody is racist and shit like this happens with Nipsey, you see the comment, oh, haha, good, you know, another one off the streets. And, you know, you see all these insensitive comments about like, oh, live by the sword, die by the sword. He was a gang member. You know, they don't care about the other shit he was doing. They don't care about, you know, everybody got a pass. And the worst, there's priests and rabbis who touch little boys and shit, you know. He was formerly, or he was affiliated with a gang, you know. But what else was he doing? That's why I can't understand that cooning shit. You sitting up here tap dancing and trying to appease people that are never going to relate, that are never going to respect you, that are never going to consider you to be your equal. That's why I tell you guys, in boxing is a small niche community. You know, you go to these media days and you see few people of color, not just any one color. I'm just talking about in general color. You don't see that. That's why we come up with new media. We doing something else. We doing what we want to do. We establishing, you know, we making sure, because the problem with that is this: when you have old media, they asking the questions that they want, and a lot of times the questions that they want to ask these fighters, it could be questions like, how you gonna get mad aggressive when you ask Errol Spence a question, or when you want to look at Terrence Crawford's resume. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you have this no nonsense policy. But then when you're interviewing Lomachenko or Triple G, you don't have that same energy. We seen it, and we seen the, you know, how they act. That's why we had to set up our own shop. You know, that's why you got me working like crazy in this boxing game. We gonna push the needle, I promise you that. And that's what they don't like. They don't like when black businesses are supported and when people unite. It's better when you're at odds with somebody and bickering and shooting and killing and genocide, you know, because then they could consider you primitive. They could consider you, you know, this is the problem. You know, they're killing their own, so what are they gonna do to us type shit. That's why I told you guys, use your brain. You got to be smart. You got to be smart, you know, and you got to look at it. Whoever did this to Nipsey, you know, there's no information. You know, I haven't seen any surveillance tapes or anything released. The only thing I heard was they were black. That's it. So that could be anybody. That could be you, you know, that could be anybody, you know, and that's the message. And that's the message. We don't know who did nothing. That's the only clue that came about. You know, this genocide, that shit got to stop, bro. And I'm telling you, this shit woke the streets up, and not in a good way. If you know California like culture, I'm telling you, I used to be out in LA. My barber was from Compton. This is the implications of what this has created now. You had the spearhead, you know, who was making a way, doing some different shit. You know, he had Lauren London that everyone liked from ATL, a Nunu as his girl. You know, he was putting out his last album was dope, instant classic, Victory Lap. He was opening shops and businesses that were probably just like in ruins until he, you know, built some stuff up. He was advocating for black businesses. He was working on documentaries. You know, he was trying to teach people how to get it. It's kind of like Ricky from Boys in the Hood. Everybody's in the hood, you know, got guns and slanging and stuff like that. Ricky was the one that so-called made it out. You know, he was the one that got the scholarship. You've seen what happened in that movie. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is not a good thing. You know, people are just looking at it, oh, I miss him, I miss his music, and I like his, you know, people are looking at it like Nipsey's Hussle, his music helped me get through a workout. That's cool, you know, no disrespect to anybody who's just a fan of his, but this is deeper than his music got me through a gym workout. It's much deeper than that. And that is not, and like I said, it's not a good thing. I'm from up north. I'm from the Bay. People will be pressed behind this shit. And if they don't know who to get, then somebody gonna have to answer. This shit is crazy. Like, for example, I go to LA. I cover fights in LA. I'm not from LA, so I'm still a visitor there. Even though this is my state, you know, I'm still a visitor in that, you know, not everyone knows you and blah, 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 you know. So there's certain spots I go to, like in Crenshaw, there's a soul food spot that I go to. It's called Delicious. Great food. Make sure if you guys do go, support local business. That's why I always go. When I go, I always support the locals. I always show, no matter where I'm at, I always show love. I show love to the locals. Go to the Shaw and then go support Delicious. It's a soul food spot. Food is slamming. Great customer service. Huge, you know, healthy portions. Not healthy as in this is health food, because it's a soul food, like kind of southern style cuisine or whatever. Go to Delicious. That's one of the spots I always go to. Now the shit is hot, bro. I don't even know if I should go there. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't understand the implications of LA gang culture, bro. Now the shit might be too hot. I filmed videos at Lamart Park. See, some of y'all don't know this type of shit. Before I was doing this boxing shit, you know, your boy was out here. I'm, you know, pushing to LA. I'm in Atlanta. I'm doing different shit. Florida. I filmed a video in Lamart Park. There is great cultural like festivals and, you know, native dancing and shit like that in Leimert Park. Supporting the locals, you know, the little shops and stuff. They had like dope Rosecrans and Crenshaw's hat and stuff. I always go support the locals. Now, the shit is hot. You don't even know if you want to be out there. That's the type of element, because it's like the real can, man. Anybody can't get it. Now I don't even know if I want to go to, because it might not be worth the hassle. It might not be worth the hassle until shit clears up. That's how LA gets. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like the summer might be real hot. That's just the culture. And then now it's like, like my dad was in the military, for example, right? We drive up and down the base, but then if the base got a military like warning, or somebody called in like a bomb threat, then the whole front gate to drive on base, where normally it would be a quick process, you drive up, show your ID, they see, you know, you're part of the military or military family, you drive through. But the military would have certain things, like on Travis Air Force Base, they have little things where if there's like a terrorist threat, or somebody called in a bomb threat, or a shooting situation, they don't know what the fuck's going on. They got to investigate it. So any type of scare, all of a sudden you can't even get on base easily. They might pull you out the car with, like, you know, ARs and whatever guns they got, and search the car. Like, it's just hot. That's what I'm saying. It's hot. They would have, it's like code alpha, code green and shit. Like, they have all these different codes. And if you were in the wrong, if it was like a serious enough infraction, you might all get pulled out the car, because they you know, obviously if there's a bomb threat on base, they're not gonna just let vans go in and stuff. They need to see what's in that car, because you could be coming to help out, you know, a potential threat or terrorist attack. That's how these streets get. See, people who never been around street shit, they don't understand. There's a code. There's a code, and there's a code of like conduct and ethics in all this shit. Even gangs, even prison. Like, my brother's a cop. Like, he took us to the prison. If you harm kids, and that's what you in prison for, you harmed and killed and strangled kids, throw kids off buildings and crazy shit like that, in prison, that's not going to be tolerated. There's other people who kill people too, but they don't look at their kill. They're like, I killed an adult. You harmed a little kid. It's going to be bad for you. That's what I'm saying. There's codes to this stuff. There's still an infrastructure for the most part. You know, the one thing I will say is, nowadays with the youth, some they don't really live. It's just like, some of them just be wilding, just in general. Some of them just be wilding, doing whatever they want. So there's supposed to be a code, though, like an infrastructure. They, like the Crips, they used to get together and have meetings, you know, at the park or wherever the fuck they met up, you know, in someone's garage. And you couldn't go over, like, if Tukey was the one of the head people in charge, he was the OG, triple OG, you couldn't just do your own thing. But now there's no, you know, they don't have as many OGs like calling the shots, so it's like the Wild Wild West. I'm telling you. And then now with this shit with Nipsey, people are gonna demand answers, not just fans on that level. I'm talking about other people. So rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. This really hurt my heart hearing this stuff, because, like I said, I like what he represents. See, some of y'all, this shit is deeper. I joke around and all this, but I'm well educated. I think you could tell by my vocabulary what I've done with what I've had, and, you know, coming from the mud. Well educated academically, and just on some street smart, you know, awareness thing. The thing about it is, I respect everybody. You know, I respect different cultures and different backgrounds. I've been around pretty much all the, you know, affluent, successful, aristocratic people, and I've been around street shit. You know, I've been around people who's doing different shit, period. You know, I'm not gonna get on here DJ Vlad style and start getting people indicted and snitching and stuff, but I've been around different shit, period. This is a huge blow to LA, to the culture, to Nipsey's family, to everybody, his fans. This was a huge blow. He was really representing something different. And a lot of people get the game twisted. They don't, like I said, they only know what they heard in a magazine, shit like that. You know, that's what they know. They don't know. I'm telling you, this this gang, like see, that's why when Tekashi was coming to LA, he was having problems, because you can't run around like this. Gang shit is real, bro. The Rolling 60s, Grape Street, like all this shit. It's real life. I don't play with it, bro. Like I don't bang. I ain't never banged. I ain't never been that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, they don't play about that. They don't play about that. Like you can get knocked off just for. It used to be worse to be honest. But now, like times like this, maybe it gets worse again. But back in the 90s and shit, bro, you really had to watch what you. If you went to LA, 90s, early 2000s, like basically when MapQuest was out, before GPS came out and it was like MapQuest, you had to print directions. If you MapQuest or anytime before that, LA was not the place you fuck around. Yeah, it got nice parts, you know, Beverly Hills and all this other shit, bro. You know, but it was not the spot you had to question how you dress type shit, for real. Like if you was too flamed up, too much red, you had to watch that, bro. Even on accident. And see, that's what, like, there's been time I was in a rental. I was in a rental one time and I had like a a Cincinnati Reds hat or some shit. They was looking at my car so crazy, but I'm not, you know, I'm from the Bay, so like Bay don't have, now it has some gangs and shit, but the Bay is not like LA in that sense. They looking at me like I'm Pyru or something, you know. They're like, who looking in the car, bro? I remember one time I went to rent a car in LA. This is a true story. And I was actually covering boxing. I was covering a fight. I don't even remember. So it was a live stream. And I was like, yeah, I'm here to pick up my car, y'all. Some of y'all might remember this stream. I'm here to pick up, and I was live streaming, and I went to pick to the rental, and it was one of those rental places where you could pick your own vehicle in a certain section. So I went there, and I was like, yeah. And then, like, it was a day they didn't really have that many cars, and I'm a big dude, I'm a tall dude, so I'm like, I don't want something small. Like, you know, I don't want to be in no Geo Metro and shit and be all crunched up. So I'm picking a car, and I was going to go with the biggest car that they had. And I'm on the live stream, y'all. So I'm filming. I'm like, yeah, time to pick up my car, see, blah, blah, blah. Go cover this fight. The biggest car that they had like a SUV. I don't even remember what kind of car it was, but it was all red. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this one. So I got in. The keys were in the car. I was about to pull off the lot. And I'm on the live stream, put my bags down and stuff. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm in LA, about to be in like a SUV, you know, that's all red, cherry red. Man, hell nah. I was like, hell nah, bro. You have to be mindful of decisions like that. That's what I'm talking to. I had to be, bro, I'm not driving in LA in no bright red whip like that. You know, the rental car, whoever the fuck it was, Thrifty, you know, Hertz rental car, they try to get me smacked, bro. I'm like, I'm not fucking with it. I'm from Cali. I know how this go. You know, motherfuckers tie me up and shit. No, bro. You have to be cautious. I'm telling you, it's that serious. They try to have your boy driving in a red whip, bro. I don't bang, bro. I'm good. Cause you don't know where you driving, you know. You drive through the wrong place and they gonna look at you crazy. Because you know, that's what happens. You got the antennas up. Because that's the type of shit that goes down. You gotta have your head on the swivel. Gotta have your head on the swivel. So, man, that hurt my heart seeing what they did to Nipsey. That's just bad. And now he was just settling certain things. Like they said today, he was supposed to meet with the LAPD, you know, police commissioners or the powers that be to create like a peace treaty between like gangs and like, you know, actually gangs, they've already done stuff like that. You had the Game and Snoop and Nip and all that, like kind of squashing beef, but they were trying to go, you know, further that movement, basically. I retweeted it, but the police commissioner said we were supposed to meet up with him. You know, we were supposed to meet up with him and, you know, develop an understanding, and like, he was trying to do great things, yo. He was trying to do great things. And now it makes you wonder, like, who didn't want that to happen? You know, a lot of people keep talking about the Dr. CB thing. Same thing. It's like, you know, if you say you had the cure to AIDS, you know, there's certain people, it's like one of them movies, you know, certain people who might not want that to get out. Remember Will Smith, Enemy of the State? Where he had like sensitive information on the nation, and then they start chasing him through the whole movie. You got to look at stuff like that. It's like, who wouldn't want this type of information to get out? Crazy. But like I said, if you know the culture, this pretty much has erupted more crazy shit. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. Like I said, like there's a lot of spots in LA. When I pull through, I always try to go, you know what I'm saying? Compton, Taco Pete's. I like King Taco a lot. I told you on the Crenshaw Boulevard, you know, by MLK. They got delicious soul food, and it's just like the name suggests, it's delicious. You know, I told you I used to film, well, not film ongoing, but I filmed some shit at Leimert Park. They had a lot of stuff for the culture and like festivals and dances and music. You know, it's just a good time. But, you know, not just for me as an outsider, for the locals especially, I feel bad for them because you might not want to be at Leimert Park now, you know, or past a certain time or some shit, because you don't know what the fuck finna happen. Like Dre told you about this stuff in his music too. You know, LA is a real life scene. Like, you know, it's a great time and great places, but they got, you know, other stuff too. Dre said some of these crowds are slim draw is rowdy as Crenshaw Boulevard when it's packed and full of cars. So, you know, Dre told you a lot of this shit about you can't play with LA, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't play with LA. I mean, Biggie, same thing, you know, great rapper in LA. So it's just this whole shit is today's April Fools. I wish the Nipsey shit was an April Fool's joke. That would be the best April Fool's joke if it was like, aha, he's still alive, you know, because it's not good for anybody. The family, it's not good for the culture. It's not good for LA. You really gotta watch yourself, you know, just being in the streets and, you know, because this has set people off where Nipsey was bridging the gap and creating jobs. And this what I tell you about supporting black business and stuff like that, because we're gonna talk about it in a second, bro. But this is an awful thing that happened. I'm telling you, you guys gotta look at the bigger picture. This man was giving people jobs in the hood in spots that didn't really have shit. Like, this was just a dirt and gravel, and he built, you know, or there was buildings built, and then he opened up shop and gave people jobs in those buildings. So does that fall apart now? Because the leader, the guy who was, you know, probably keeping the lights on and paying for it, is not touring, not going out. It's that stuff is not happening right now, or again, because they did what they did. Deeper implications. You know, a lot of people, they say like, oh, you know, people glorify the hood. Like, man, I'm too real. I keep it hood. You know, and then people are just, it's like almost like no code anymore. People just do whatever they want, shoot. And then some dude was claiming he did it and was driving. Like, that's not even something to play with. Now you got a bounty on your head, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't even understand what's happening with this world anymore, to be honest. The dude driving, saying he's confessing to killing Nipsey. Either way, it's disrespectful whether you did it or not. And then now you're gonna have people at you. So I mean, that's a mega clout chase that I would never do, because I wouldn't want, bro. And see this. I'm trying to tell y'all this California shit. Y'all really don't want to fucking listen to me, bro. I'm trying to tell you how this California shit go. Like, because it's all of California really, but for the gang stuff, that's heavy in LA. But even in the Bay, even in Sacramento, like just Northern California, Stockton, this is not the spot. We got great places. I'm not trying to scare people so they don't want to come here or whatever, but I'm telling you, this is not the spot. You can't go to, Sacramento even got gangs, Ask Mozzie, they know. Mac Road and shit. There's spots that's not, you don't want to be there. You don't want to be like, so this dude run around claiming he did it, shit like that. That's whether you did, if you did it, then they really on, them wolves is really on you. Even if you didn't do it, who wants that? Who wants that type of karma? Now they still gonna be looking for you just for disrespecting, the 60s. That's not something I would want. And and the thing is, unless you're Pablo Escobar, you can't, even if you flee, what about your mama? What if she stay in the hood still? There's still ways people could get you. You know what I'm saying? What about a girlfriend you had? It don't matter. Unless you could, like I said, you Pablo Escobar, you could flee and hide out everybody. That's crazy. That's crazy. So even if you disappear forever, what about your family members? You're like, people will come for you. They will come for you. So that's a clout chase I would never do. Because either you did it, now they really, finna be on you, or they still finna max you out just because you bragging about shit. And they did, like, how people joke and like make a joke about Prince dying and be like, oh, too soon. This shit just happened, and this fool in the whip bragging about it. So like, even if you joking about it, they ain't even buried the man, and you making jokes, you still getting pressed. I'm telling you how this Cali shit work. Y'all can take it for what it want, but a lot of people, they saying like, yeah, I'm hood, I'm super thug. This shit is nothing to glorify. Everybody should be after families, progression, shit like this, because this hood shit is nothing to play with. That's why I can't dabble in it. I don't have to be the, people, oh, ego's a square, ego's a nerd, whatever. Even Dr. Dre told you, he said, I moved out of the hood for good, you blame me. Niggas ain't mainly, and niggas they can't beat. But niggas can't hit, niggas they can't see. I'm out of sight, man, I'm out of they dang reach. How would you feel if niggas wanted you killed? You probably move to a new house on a new hill and choose a new spot. If niggas wanted you shot, I ain't a thug. How much Tupac in you got? Dr. Dre, oh my God. Listen to that. Dre was killing. He was killing. That's the same thing. I moved out of the hood for good, you blame me. Niggas ain't mainly, and niggas they can't beat. But niggas can't hit, niggas they can't see. I'm out of sight, man. I'm out of they dang reach. How would you feel if niggas wanted you killed? You probably move to a new house on a new hill and choose a new spot. Niggas wanted you shot. I ain't a thug. How much Tupac in you got? I ain't no bitch neither. It's either my life or your life, and I ain't breathing. No, and I ain't leaving. I like breathing. Classic lyrics, bro. Dre was spitting that shit. He said, I moved out of the hood for good, you blame me. Niggas ain't mainly, niggas they can't be. Oh my God, like Nipsey. He was doing something different. He was doing something positive. See, I mean, you see it. That's what hate does, bro. I'm telling you, that's what hate. You see how every single time I do a live stream, and this ain't even no street shit. This live, I'm talking boxing. But I do I'll make some jokes and do Denzels. You see a bunch of crying emojis and laughing and LMAOs and all this shit. Then somebody always come in the comment section hating. Oh yeah, you're ugly and you got a lazy eye, you know, because they don't like seeing that. They don't like seeing it. They don't like seeing you uplift. They don't like seeing you promote unity. They don't like seeing you provide jobs. They don't like seeing you be the life of the party. You know, and Nip was well on his way. The thing that makes me mad, it's always a shame when anybody loses their life because you got to think about their family and kids. The thing that really hurt me about the Nipsey situation is he, of all people, you know, despite being, you know, one of the 60s, rolling 60s, and coming from that background, he was one of them people that you just felt he got it. So had this not happened, it's like, damn, he just dropped victory laps. That shit was hard. You know, he was promoting positivity, coming together, you know, stopping genocide, stuff like that. So you don't know where this man, he just got a Grammy nomination, you know, even though he didn't get the Grammy. You know, you for sure, if this didn't happen, you know he was on his way. That's the thing, is the what if factor. Now we have to just be like, oh, would he have ever gotten a Grammy, or, you know, or his like unreleased, like posthumous material maybe get a Grammy, but that's not the same. Who gives a fuck about a Grammy or an Oscar you can't pick up? Like Heath Ledger, he killed that Joker shit. You know, he killed the Joker, but then he killed himself in the process. So he got an Oscar award, but he wasn't there to pick it up. You know, his family or friends or whoever had to pick up his Oscar. That shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? You get an NAACP award, but you can't go on stage and tell how you did it, you know? We gotta stop this killing. We gotta stop, bro. And this is why, bro, that's why I love creative control. I could talk about what I want on my channel. That's why I can't understand that cooning on YouTube. Like, these people really, see, y'all think it's just boxing. Like, the boxing shit's cool. I've been on here an hour with a sustained amount of people. Make sure you guys smash the like button. I ain't said one lick of really anything about boxing. That's how real I am. I could talk about whatever. I could talk about life. You know, not everyone can do this, what I do. But yeah, these, like, you know, coon channels and shit, always like going after the obvious, you know, the black fighter is always held to a crazy standard. And then you look at it, guess what? This is one of the ongoing issues, because if you don't get support in your own community, how you going to expect other people to all embrace you and support? There's a lot of talented black fighters, but guess what? The narratives are, aha, you know, like Joshua or some shit. Aha, nobody knows you in your own country. Or Eddie Hearn. He's laughing. You're basically pointing out the double standards. You're pointing out some of the issues with the nation, how you could be in the UK and black, white, or green, everybody supports you if you could scrap. But in America, it's not the same. In America, you could be black and white like Andre Ward. You know, you could be black and white like Colin Kaepernick. And it doesn't matter. You know, if they don't like what you say, they still rooting for Kovalev to beat you. You know, Kaepernick, they don't care. They still don't want you to get a job on the NFL team because you want to bring awareness to a social injustice and issue that is currently going on. And then people try to distract from that because Kaepernick's talking about police brutality. They say, oh, but blacks kill blacks. Now, with this Nipsey Hussle shit, you know, allegedly the shooter, I don't have details, but they're saying he was black. So now this is what racists use against people. Like, hey, you guys are killing yourselves. Why do you care about police brutality? Even though that's a flawed way of thinking, that's how they think, you know? So, like I said, on my channel, you hear me say it. I said, without unity, we have no community. That's what I always said. That's why when people become channel members, I don't care what you are, but we got to show them love because this is my community. That's why I make you guys do the claps and tell you guys to clap and whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, exactly. Crabs in a bucket type mentality. And then, like I said, you also have not only people who want to see you do bad from outside, you also have people on the inside who have this utter self-hatred, and they want to see everybody do bad because they're trying to help or trying to get the buy-in or whatever of the oppressor. Like, you know, people who are racist and people who don't even fuck with you. So it's crazy. And it always happens like this. You know, you see this often in the black and brown community. You know, sometimes it's crab in a bucket mentality. Look at Selena. She got killed by someone she called her friend, someone she gave a job to, someone she was, you know, employed, and I'm sure she was living a better life. The Yolanda bitch, you know, was living a better life than she would have ever been living had it not been for Selena. You know, we got to stop that shit, bro. We got to stop that shit. That's why, like, you know, you guys can support whatever you want, but I'm telling you, that's why when you see fighters doing what they're supposed to be doing, I don't care. It don't matter what you are, but there's a lot of black fighters that, you know, if they happen to be good, I'm not going to shy away from giving them their proper etiquette, you know, and giving them their props. That's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to do. Check out that video by Daylight. He woke. He's from that life. He's from that life. He live in LA. He from LA. He knew Nipsey. So yeah, I'm sure he has a real good take on things. Yeah, but Nipsey was like really bridging the gap. Yeah, fuck Yolanda for sure. He was bridging the gap between gang culture. See, this is the thing. A lot of people use black things to their advantage, but then don't put no money back into that community. And it's really black and brown, you know, minorities that I've seen where their swag will oftentimes get cloned or bitten. Like, let's say I'm not trying to create no like race war or whatever, but I'll give you some examples of where this happened with black. Like, let's say Elvis, you know, Eminem, Justin Timberlake. That's dope. Those are cool artists. Those are dope. You know, I fuck with Eminem. You know, I like Justin Timberlake too. But what I'm saying is they get credit and sometimes over credit, not just them particularly, but like even like because Eminem's actually raw to me. Justin Timberlake's raw. Elvis is dope. But even like, let's say Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice ain't got no more bars than Method Man. He ain't got more bars than Jay-Z. He never had more bars than anybody. Like, you could take somebody who's not even as popular that happens to be a black rapper, and they way rawer than Vanilla Ice. But because he had a certain look, persona, and he, you know, danced a little bit, this is shit niggas been doing since the dawn of time. So what are we talking about? You know, but it's because it's Vanilla Ice doing it, bro. Because he had blonde hair and parts. Like even them haircuts he was having. Those are probably, in the 90s, I would say, cuts that were popularized by black athletes, Bobby Browns and shit. Who's the first white group, you know, Third Base or some shit, that had parts in their hair? Name one that had it before Bobby Brown and, you know, Nas and all these other people. Come on, bro. We know that. You know, hairstyles that came from like black African cultures and shit that get popularized by Allen Iverson, then you see the Post Malones and different people have it. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it. The culture gets ripped off, dances, slang. When you hear somebody else say it, you know, all of a sudden it's more like if Taylor Swift says hella, that's some bass shit. That's some bass shit. We've been saying hella. But if she puts it in a song, she'll get credit for it, allegedly. You know? Even Mexican culture. There's a lot of people that, like Triple G, his whole claim to fame was Mexican style, but he ain't Mexican. Can you all hear me? Hey, if you got, hey, bro, I don't know. See, they might be trying to shut my shit down. If y'all can hear me, put a 5, put your 5s in the air. Because that shit was just weird for me. Put the number 5 if you can hear what the fuck I'm saying. Put your 5s up. I don't care about any other comment. Put a number 5 up if you can hear me. Because on my shit, it looked like some crazy stuff was happening. See, they don't want certain things to be said, bro. I'm not disrespecting anybody. Let the boy work. Let me talk. This is what I'm saying. Smash the like button, people. Like, we're not playing no more. We're not playing no more. Smash the like button. If you want this heart to heart and you want it to keep going, smash the like button. This is not a game for me. I'm spitting real gems, man. Yeah, hype beats. They trying to cut this shit. So, you know, when you do a Grammy speech and you talking too long. All right, listen. Smash the like button. I'm dropping fat. I'm gonna keep going now. Smash the like button. But anyway, this is what I'm saying. It has to be unity. Triple G. See, right when I said one thing about, you know, Triple G, then this shit start going on the fritz. What? Triple G. I'm gonna keep saying it. Yeah. Triple G made his name with a coined term that they came up with, Mexican style. But he's not Mexican. He even went up against Mexican fighters, Marco Antonio Rubio and Canelo Alvarez. I was born ready, right? And he's using this term that, hey, I want true Mexican style. You saying that to an actual Mexican fighter from Guadalajara, Mexico. That doesn't even really make sense to me. But anyway, that's a form of where, you know, like people culture vulture. We've seen it. We've seen it. And it always happens with minorities and stuff, you know. Facts. But I really dug what Nipsey Hussle was going for, what he was doing, what he was pushing for. And you could tell that he got it. You could tell that he was trying to do something different that reaches beyond the realms of just, hey guys, I'm a rapper, you know, former gang member or a gang member or whatever. It was beyond all that. He was kind of like a walkway, if you will. So I seen people like Nick Cannon, shout out to him, step up and say he's gonna keep the message going. I appreciate that, you know. We just gotta stop, you know, all this genocide and killing and, you know, not supporting. It's crazy. It's crazy. You see it all the time. So, like, look, what do you think the black culture and black people are up against when you got people within the culture hating on you, crabs in a bucket? You know what I'm saying? Like other YouTube channels or, you know, other writers, you know, so you have whatever issues you have, you know, from racist or, you know, people just don't like you for whatever reason, then you up against it within your own community. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. The other thing with Nipsey is like people get it misconstrued. Like they don't understand the full vision. You know, people like music and bars and that was a hot line and stuff. But it's deeper than all of that. It's deeper than all of that. And some people don't know. It's deeper than what people think. He was the leader of a community. That's what I'm saying. Hold on 1 second. Quick pause. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Can y'all hear me? We good? We good? Yeah, man. But here's another thing that some people don't know about Nipsey. They said Nipsey went to Africa, right? You know, a lot of celebrities go to Africa, you know, but people don't know is he actually has African roots. Not like, oh, he's African American. He has like actual African roots, you know, Eritrea. He's Eritrean. That's the difference. So it's not like Madonna, you know, Maddox and all that shit. Like, you know, Brad Pitt and Madonna and shit going to help in Africa or going to visit and stuff. He actually, his mom, his dad, like, or I don't know who's who, but either his mom or dad, one of them is from Eritrea. So he's Eritrean. So that's the difference. Some people don't even know where Eritrea is. It's I believe it's kind of close to Yemen. It's an African country, or it's in Africa. It's near Ethiopia, but it's not Ethiopian. Actually, if you know geography, I believe Ethiopia and Eritrea were at war, you know, and the Italians tried to like invade Eritrea. So it's deep, deep East Africa, exactly. That's why you look at Nipsey Hussle, like, pause, obviously, but you look at him and he has, like, what people say, that good hair. You know, he had a long, like, Pocahontas, you know, like, long-ass, quote-unquote, good hair. Because his mom or whatever is from Eritrea. So he's East African. So he's not, so his, like, you know, pilgrimage to Africa was something more deep-rooted than just, you know, Madonna or even a regular African American black person going there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's the whole situation's sad. It's unfortunate. Ethiopia never been colonized. Ethiopia is not Eritrea. I told you Ethiopia was at war with Eritrea. I said Italians went to Eritrea and tried to invade, but it didn't work out. So I don't know what the Ethiopian colonized thing is about. Ethiopia, they might eat similar foods to Eritreans, but it's different. Like it's like someone from Mexico and someone from El Salvador. Like they're not. You can't call someone from El Salvador Mexican. You get what I'm saying? It's different. Ethiopia is Ethiopia and Eritrea is Eritrea. Anyway, that's probably why he had that good hair, like, you know, like mixed hair, like, you know, like my shit get curly and shit. See? Let's get it. Yeah, man, rest in peace, Nip. But, you know, I just hope that it don't erupt. You know, the genocide got to stop. You know, it got to stop. And unfortunately, that's sometimes what you get. Like I said, in like YouTube land, you see the black, you know, we always, the black channel. You know, you see that, and they get attacked by other black channels. Y'all gotta stand up for something. You know, and it's not even about being attacked, because if you're doing wrong, you're doing wrong, right? But you see how sometimes in the black community, you have people who go out of their way to criticize somebody who is of the same ethnicity or whatever, you know, from the same neighborhood and stuff, and you go out of your way to criticize that person. But then meanwhile, there's much bigger threats, people who are like totally disrespectful to the culture, and then you never hear them complain or speak out against that. What does that tell you? What does that tell you, people? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying you should give people passes because they're from the same area as you or they look like you, but just look at it. Like, let's say we'll use Canelo. Canelo did an interview. He's from Guadalajara, Mexico. Mikey Garcia this is ethnicity, Mexican American, right? I say Errol Spence is going to beat Mikey Garcia. That's what I thought. I broke down the fight, told you why I thought that. I was actually accurate. Not only did Errol Spence beat Mikey Garcia, he demolished him. He made it look like it was child's play. Like, what was that again that you seen Mikey Garcia? Me personally, I separate pride, I separate emotion, I separate everything other than the fight. Block Tyrone Biggs. Block him ASAP. Shooters, this stream is getting cut off if y'all don't block him. Block Tyrone Briggs or whatever his name is. Y'all gotta be quick. Shooters, y'all gotta get quick with that. You can put it as many times as you want. Block them. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, now let me keep going. So, what was I saying? Like I said, you just see it. Canelo, he picked Mikey Garcia. I pick based on who I think is going to win, period. I'm not picking on pride. I'm not picking on who I want to win, who has the best haircut. I don't pick off none of that. I was right. Canelo was wrong. Canelo says, as always, my support is with the Mexican. That's what Canelo said. But then his prediction, who he was rooting for, who he supported, was way off the mark, period. But then you have people who say that I picked Errol Spence solely because he's black. So you tell me what it is. When the actual person that I picked won the fight impressively. You know, David Benavidez, Mexican American. They had him on Showtime, right? In between fight cards. They're like, all right, Brian Custer was like, main event coming on. Who do you have winning? Hugo Ruiz versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Hugo Ruiz was a late add, a late substitute, late replacement to Abner Matas, which was a much bigger fight and a bigger name. You know, we know what Abner Matas has done career-wise. He's a warrior, cool, you know, former champion. Hugo Ruiz was a guy moving up in weight. Hugo Ruiz was a guy who had to just fill the bill because they had already sold cards, and Gervonta Tank Davis already had a training camp, so they just, you know, that's what they were able to come up with last minute. David Benavidez on Showtime says, he's like, yeah, I got to go, you know, I got to go with the Mexican. I'm picking Hugo Ruiz. This is what he said. If you don't believe me, go watch that telecast. This is what he said. Hugo Ruiz got his ass beat, and it looked like his nose broken by Gervonta Tank Davis. So the point I'm making is people could support whoever they want. That don't make it true. You know, like you could pick whoever you think you want to win or whoever. That's why you hear people in boxing always say, oh, my heart's with this guy. Nobody give a fuck who your heart's with, to be honest. Who do you think will win? You know, if it was the difference between your family eating and not eating because you bet all your money and you weren't going to be able to pay your bills if you picked the wrong pick. I bet you people would pick differently. So I don't care who your heart's with. I don't care who you want to win. I don't care if they're from the same block as you. I don't care if you're Siamese twins. Who you think is going to win. If your livelihood, like your bank account will get depleted if you pick the wrong person, I bet you people will start picking. But then the reason I'm bringing this up is, like I said, I don't care. Pick who you want. That's not because the truth is going to be told when they fight. The truth is going to be told. So I'm not sweating it. But this is why your boy Ego, I start to become legendary. I start to look like a god because I'm not picking based on that. I'm picking who I think will win. So more often than not, you see the pattern. You see me get it right, and I'm way on the mark. You know. So I don't care about pride because it just, if anything, it makes it look like you don't know how to pick a fight if you constantly get them wrong. So people could use pride, they could use race, they could use, great. Makes me look better because I'm not picking off of that. I'm picking off who I think will win. Facts. So the reason I brought this up is you have people in the game like Canelo. This, to each his own. He said, I'm picking Mikey Garcia over Errol Spence. As always, I'm supporting the Mexican. My support is with the Mexican. This is precisely, almost verbatim, probably verbatim, what he told the ESPN Deportes. You had David Benavidez on Showtime, who says, I'm going with Hugo Ruiz, knowing everybody in America know that boy Tank is a problem and knew what was going to happen. It'd be one thing if you pick Abner Modest over Tank, even though I think Tank probably would have beat Abner, you know, but you picked a late sub over Tank. Whatever, cool, boom. But the point I'm making is this: when I pick based on what I really feel, it makes people scared. Like, if there's a lot of black dominant fighters, it's not my fault. I didn't create this. It's not Build-A-Bear. This is not create a player. I didn't make Errol Spence good. I didn't know Errol Spence when he was, you know, a little kid. I didn't make Terrence Crawford good. These guys did this on their own. So it's my job to tell you what I see and to uplift anybody in this sport who's doing it right. Black, white, green, purple, or whatever. You know, but you constantly see even like coon channels criticize me and other people for picking Wilder to beat Fury in a rematch. To pick Tank to beat Abner or Hugo Ruiz, or, you know, pick Errol Spence over Mikey. They say, oh, you're picking them because they're black. All right, bro. And then when the shit happens, what you got to say? Nothing. Death Row East, believe in it. So you tell me who's what's awry. You tell me what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. So that's what I'm saying. And especially when you have coon channels doing that. Oh, I'm not picking someone because they're black. I don't pick no motherfucker because they black either. That ain't part of the script. I have a video on this channel right now. It says James Kirkland might get fucked up by Canelo. The title is something just like that. Because I didn't see Kirkland beating Canelo. I'm not just picking nobody because they're black. This scares people because they know the reality of what you're saying. They know that boy Tank is good. So, you know, Ryan Garcia, that's my guy. Tank, that's my guy. I'm a fan. Let's see it. If they're going to keep mentioning each other's name, I don't want to talk. I just want to see it. I'll pay you my money. It's a good fight. But then fans will get mad. Oh, Errol needs to move up to fight Canelo. What are we talking about? Errol and Canelo. We talking about Ryan Garcia just had a successful victory. He's 18-0. I think he even has more fights than Tank, if I'm not mistaken. So go to boy. They keep saying Tank's name. Tank's on Twitter talking back and forth. Ryan's talking about him. Let's see it. Period. You know? But that's what I said. They want to be like new media. They try to think like us, but they can't think like us because they're emotional. You know? And then you have Coon Channel. Oh, I'm not. Why would I pick people? I'm not gonna just support something because it's black. You don't support anything black in general. So we know you're not gonna pick something because it's black because you don't even support anything that's black because you're afraid. There's a lot of self-hatred in this game. See, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm real comfortable. I know who I am. I know what I am, and I know what I've done, and I know what I said. So I can live with that. Can you? I'm good when I look in the mirror to brush my teeth. Are you? So I don't treat nobody with disrespect. I don't, people, oh, you're racist. All right, bro. I'm racist. And then, like, okay, what ego say is racist? He just is. Exactly. Exactly. So, they try to make you fearful into supporting anything. Like, anything black. Like, they want to make it sound like it's like you made a deal with the devil or something. It's not that serious, bro. I'm bumping Nipsey Hussle. They said Nipsey owned his masters. I have Spotify. I'm bumping all Nipsey shit all week. I might throw some other West Coast shit in. I'm gonna keep it real Westy, but I'm definitely gonna stream the fuck out of Nipsey's music. That's the least y'all can do. If you don't have Spotify, go get it and, get the 30-day trial and stream it. I'm sure that will give his family credit and residuals. Bro, we bring this shit all the way back. I'm from the Bay. You don't understand, bro. The Black Panthers were 35 minutes away from where I live. Revolutionary shit is going on. They're not going to stop that. They're not going to stop, what's right and wrong. So, like I said, we don't have community if we don't have unity. Support what you guys want to support, but I'm not going to be made fearful to support who I want to support and what I want to support and what I want to give the coverage to. You got, that's why I tell you, like, me, I'm an American. Why would I not support any American fight? You guys got to question that. Motherfuckers have Mike Tyson shirts on and Muhammad Ali, earrings and, just tattoos and stupid shit, bro. Talk about like they like Ray Robinson. What about when these fighters were alive and or fighting? Where were you then? You was one calling Mike Tyson a rapist and shit. Come on, bro. Y'all not playing me. When Mike Tyson was an active fighter, you was probably, oh, he's a brute. Look, he hit Robin Givens. What a rapist he is. He's anti-Semitic and homophobic quote, And now all of a sudden that he's not a threat to nobody. Now all of a sudden Mike Tyson is, a legend again. Because he's like selling weed and shit, bro. I see the games. Like how you got Mike Tyson like posters and shirts and Muhammad Ali and all this stuff, but you don't like no active black fighters. You an American, you don't like no American fighters. Oh, Teofimo is acting ignorant. And you notice they do this when the even when a non-black fighter, when they have like, you could tell they probably listen to like hip hop music and like support kind of like black culture, like their style of dress is urban or whatever you want to call it. They get hate too. Like Danny Garcia, we know he's not, racist. Danny Garcia has like, he's always around, Gilly the Kids and people like that. Look how much hate Danny Garcia gets. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, he cherry pick resume. This motherfucker is whatever age he is, 31 or whatever, and his resume is dope. He from Philly. He from a rough place in Philly. Friends with Tevin Farmer, always tries to rep Philly in the right way. You see pictures of him and Allen Iverson, Caleb Plant. Yeah, exactly. He got a mixed girlfriend. He's like can dance, and you could tell stylistically he has like a really slick American style, sweet hands. He from down south, Get hate. Oh yeah, you're getting destroyed, Caleb, when you fight X, Y, and Z. I see the games. I just don't play them. I see the games though. Believe that. Teofimo, same thing. He looked like, if I asked Teofimo what's in his playlist, he got the earring, I think, and shit. He got a little cool little taper. And people are all overly sensitive because he's showboating and Fortnite dance. Keep doing that, Fimo. I want to see that. Keep doing it. I like that. I'm gonna pay for that. See, this I got the money to do it, so bro, I'm paying for all that. Yeah. I'm paying for that. That shit entertainment to me. Crawford. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna get that Crawford card. Oh, they gonna be so mad. They gonna be so mad at Ego's Army. Yeah, that's very unfortunate about Caleb's mom, Nipsey Hussle, Tech Nine. Shout out to Philly. A lot of premature lives. All right, we got a hot seat. They think they fucking with me. Ernest Jones, he says Danny is a ducker. Who he duck? Name 5 fighters with a better resume than Danny Garcia that are his age. You're up. Watch me go to work. See? we go see. Danny is a ducker. 2-part question. 1, who did he duck? And 2, name somebody his age or younger. Like he's like 31 or younger. Name 5 people that have a better resume. Because if you're a ducker, you shouldn't have a good resume. At age 31, you shouldn't. Watch your boy cook. Watch your man's about to cook. He about to get cooked on the stove, I promise you. We already preheat the oven. We about to put the DiGiorno in the oven. Take and bake. Let's get it. You said, see, that's what I said. I see, and this is what they mad at the channel for. Is because I hold you guys to a fucking standard. You can't just come. That's just a dub. You can't just come to my channel talking crazy off of emotion and fumes and all that without getting called. We gonna pull your card. We want to see. We want to test your knowledge. Okay, he's a ducker. So at age 31, as a ducker, you shouldn't have a good resume. So you name 5 people with a better resume and tell me who he ducked. Name the fighter. And show me the proof that he ducked him. Okay. I like Danny, but he's a ducker. Block him. Wasting my time. I could tell right there. Because I asked you 2 separate questions. One had multiple parts. You answered nothing. And you said, I like Danny, but he's a ducker. We know the games. Block him. Yeah. Cursor with that. Baka! Oh my gosh, Cursor. See, we're not playing no game. See, this is what they always do. This is like a guilty conscience or some shit. I like Danny, but he is a ducker. Like, okay, you got jammed up and we held you accountable to what you were saying, right? Everything you said about Danny was negative. Then I asked you to support the negative things you were saying about Danny Garcia, and then you couldn't. And you say, that's like a guilty conscience. I like Danny. No, if you like Danny, then you would give him credit for what he's deserved and what he's achieved and the accolades. You motherfuckers talk about say the foul and then be like, I like Danny too. We don't believe you. Because if you like Danny, then you would recognize that he had a good resume. You wouldn't be saying some stupid shit. This is what they do. This is what they do with the black channel, you know. They say, Terrence Crawford, who's he beat? Errol Spence, he beat a small guy. Mike Tyson's a rape. It's like you just attacked 3 random black people. And I'm black too, by the way. Bro, we don't believe you. We don't believe out of all the boxing, all your criticism is for black people. And then you just think by saying, and I'm black too, by the way, that resolves everything. Come on, bro. We know the games. That's the internet shit. And we ain't into that. They say nothing but negative things about black people and say, and I'm black too, by the way. Like, as if on the internet that becomes more impactful because allegedly a black person said it. Come on, bro. We don't buy this silly shit that you'll be doing. That's like me saying, Biggie Smalls wasn't this, Biggie Smalls wasn't that, Biggie, I don't like his catalog, Biggie. And I'm from Brooklyn, too. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm from Bed-Stuy. I'm from the same projects, and I still hate you. A hater, then. Fuck out of here. You hear me? Huh? You hear me? Oh my gosh. These dudes. You think you're just gonna have nothing but insults to a person, and you know, that's like, it doesn't even sound right, bro. I hate Elzai. I mean, I've never heard Trick's music. Eminem, Royce 5'9", proof D12, like, and I'm from Detroit too, bro. You not from Detroit. You can't go back. You talking bad about Trick, and Proof? Hey, bro, you can't go back to Detroit. You ain't from Detroit, bro. Stop lying to us. And those people are all dope. You know what I'm saying? That's why it wouldn't make sense. That's how we know you're lying. That's how we know you wolfing. You know, you bad mouthing everyone from Detroit that all happen to be dope, and then going just, and I'm from Detroit. If you from Detroit, then how don't you like Trick, Royce, Eminem, Proof, D12? Stop it, bro. Nobody believes. Big Sean, Big Sean, come on, man. We don't believe you. Nobody believes that bullshit. Come on, Smokey. You playing with my... There's reports about Sean Porter versus Errol Spence happening. Good fight. Good fight. Let's see it. What y'all think? Is that a good fight? Man, support black business. Support the underdog, man. Like, y'all, a lot of y'all pussy, bruh. A lot of people be pussy. They wanna support only what's proven. They don't want to give nothing a chance, bro. You know, like, even people, the way they run their YouTube channel, they want to when so, like, there's a talking point. When I'm saying these talking points and they're not popular, even though they make sense then and now, people don't want to support that. They don't want to get behind it. They don't want to speak up. But then after I spoke up, and then, you know, over time it's proven what I said was true, then all of a sudden they want to emerge like, yeah, you know, but they didn't want to stand on the front line. Porter looked like a leprechaun when he was commentating at Spence Garcia. Hey, wow. Maya ain't got no chill. They're magically delicious. We got horseshoes and ladders and MacArthur Park and magically delicious, lad. Me lass, I want me shillings. Why you try him like that, bro? Maya, why you do that? Maya ain't got no chill. Yeah, it was weird choice. I seen it because it was at Jerry's World, and I was in the press box, which is high up, and I could see him from, like, that place is big, and I could spot him out in the whole crowd because he had the loudest green and stuff on. I seen that though. Porter did have that Keebler elf get up. Wow. Why y'all? I'm asking about the fight. Y'all going in on his outfit from Spence Garcia. Y'all crazy. Y'all going in, bro. What the fuck? Bro, like, see, this is what I'm saying. They can't match wits with me. Because they know what I'm saying is that real. You cannot be mad at Errol Spence versus, I don't care what you say. You can say you thought Porter lost to you guys. It don't matter. He was awarded the victory. You can't push for it. Listen, just, if I'm lying, then explain how I'm lying. That's all I want you to do. Right? Porter has been at welterweight and he's fought credible names at that division. Terrence Crawford is a phenomenal fighter. I'm telling you, I think him and Spence are 1A and 1B. I don't even know what would happen if they fought. Great fight. But Crawford re-signed with Top Rank, and he's over there, and that's the reality of it. But Crawford also moved up. His first fight came a champion, beat Jeff Horn. I was there. And he beat Jose Benavidez. So you could look at his body of work, but at welterweight, his resume doesn't stack next to Sean Porter's. At welterweight, right now. That's the reality, because he doesn't even have enough fights for his resume to stack up against someone who's been actively fighting at welterweight. So despite the style matchup, despite if you think you guys beat Porter, despite if you think Porter has a chance versus Errol Spence, prove to me how Terrence Crawford, no matter how good he is, has done more at welterweight. They're both champions. It's not like Porter is not a champion. They're both champions. So how can you justify one but hate on the other when the one you're hating on is a guy who has a better resume at welterweight? It doesn't even make sense. So I'm ready. I'm up for debate. How could you criticize Spence versus Porter for any reason, but then you're highly advocate the Crawford with territorial network co-promotion issues that they would have to overcome? And then in addition, Crawford is new to the division, so he's still, he hasn't even beat Amir Khan. How? So how can you justify how Crawford versus Spence, based on your perception, like mine, being like, okay, those are the best guys in the division, but it's still a perception because they haven't fought, So how can you justify that unification and then hate and go out of your way to hate on the Porter? It just doesn't make sense. It's a unification, and then it just so happens that Porter has fought there longer. You can make up scenario, if Crawford fought all the guys Porter beat or fought, then, he would have beat him. That's all speculation. Sean Porter, what he's done to this point of his career is his career. So everything else is speculation of what you think. And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about like rumors and opinion. We're talking about Sean Porter fought Berto and stopped him. He fought Adrian Broner and won mostly all the rounds except for the 12th round. He fought Keith Thurman, held a good account of himself, arguably beat him. According to the Barclay crowd, they were booing. I had Thurman winning, but it was close. He fought Kell Brook in a close fight and lost. He fought Devin Alexander, hurt him when Alexander was a champion. He fought Danny Garcia and was awarded a judge decision. He fought Ugas and was awarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no comparison in that regard. Skillfully, Crawford is amongst the best of them. Skillfully, he has a more. See how real I'm being. Skillfully, Crawford has a more like universal style that people would like watching. Stuff like that. You can say that type of stuff. That's cool, but that don't take away from, hey, I'm gonna criticize this unification because I want to see this unification more. When T. Machiavelli, none of that matters. He said, I thought Garcia beat Porter. Well, the three judges didn't agree with you, and Porter's the WBC champion. So you personally, we could do that. We could do that with everything, I thought, what's it called? I thought Daniel Ponce de Leon beat Broner, but they didn't award Ponce de Leon the victory. So when Maidana beat Broner, he officially became the first person to stop him. So we could do that with boxing all day. I thought Jacobs beat Triple G. They didn't give it to him. So, what we talking about? Everybody has a thought. That's what I'm saying. We bringing boxing back to reality. Triple G didn't beat Canelo in that second fight. Hell no. Triple G didn't even do nothing until like round 9, bro. He was jabbing. Hey, no, guys, jab. That's what he was doing. Just heard they got a suspect for Nip. Horrible. Not horrible that they got a suspect, but I'm just saying, you did all that to get potentially caught up the next day. That's horrible. Oh, there was multiple people there? Where'd you hear that about Charlo? Where'd you hear that about Charlo? Alexander. Where'd you get that information? Because I didn't know. I didn't know who he picked. World Boxing News was saying Triple G fight. So I don't know. Where'd you get that from? Where'd you hear that? Hey, new media. Hold on. I'm gonna look this up. Oh, hey, do. Wow. So this is just in. According to ESPN, Jamal Charlo will reportedly face Brandon Adams June 15 in Houston. Adams previously confirmed he had offers to Triple G and Charlo, and he selected Charlo. Hey, bro. Hey, Al Heyman is really playing chess out here, bruh. Listen to me. You hear me? You know what? I'm gonna end this stream. If you want to hear my thoughts on, yeah, hold on. Yeah, you gotta come back. Fuck that. We doing this way. Rest in peace, Nips Hussle. I want to end this right here because this was primarily for him. So I don't want to bleed over with this next. If y'all want to hear about this Triple G versus Brandon Adams, it hasn't been officially announced by PBC, but I guess ESPN is saying it. Come back. Shout out to Alexander. I'm about to go do another live stream right now. Let's get